Hi friends, and welcome back to Marvelous Friends, your home for all things Marvel Cinematic Universe and beyond. I'm Rhett, and today I'm talking Disneyland, so let's roll that credit. So today I'm going to be going over everything that we know about Avengers Campus coming to Disneyland. When is to be determined at this point. I did mention and talk about this a little bit in my video regarding everything with coronavirus, so you can see that video up here in the card if you'd like to look at that. But basically, an update as best as I can give you, since even that video has come out now. Initially, Avengers Campus was announced early this year and slated to open at the end of July. I believe it was July 28th initially. However, since then they've updated their website, which I'm on currently, and it just says coming soon. And that's because, of course, most of all the park operations are closed within Disneyland and Disney World. There's a few people who are still working, doing maintenance and stuff like that. However, construction projects have been confirmed to be shut down, and they're not doing any building at the Disney parks. So yes, that means Avengers Campus is no longer being worked on at this time, and so it will be delayed however many months and potentially longer than it takes to get through this time that we're in right now. Now, I say potentially longer because it's really difficult to say how long this whole process will go, and then just because the stay-at-home order ends does not necessarily mean that Disney will be able to open its parks the next day. There's a lot that goes into it. They'll have to kind of rehire people and all that. There's actually a really good video on that if you'd like to check it out now. Specifically in this video, they talk about Disney World, but it's up here in the card. It's a video I watch every now and then. It's a great channel on updates regarding the Disney World parks. So check it out, and they give some really great information if you're interested in it and what's going on and what it will take for Disney to reopen. Again, they speak about specifically Disney World, but pretty much the same rules apply to Disneyland. Now, I am sitting today, I am going to be on my phone a little bit just because I want to make sure I get everything correct. I'm sorry about the background noise, the neighbors are coming and going. But I just want to make sure I get everything right because I'm going to be reading from the website, the descriptions and everything like that as I discuss my thoughts on everything that's going to be coming to the new Avengers campus. So let's start off with the general information. So it says just team up with the Avengers, explore the campus created for the next generation of superheroes. And the list of attractions will include Web-Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which does already exist. It was a repurposing of the Tower of Terror ride at Disneyland. So that will be a part of it, and I believe everything is going to be extending from that. That'll be kind of the back focal point of this section of the park, if I've read the maps correctly, and then everything will be kind of built in front of it. The Sanctum, which will be kind of Doctor Strange area, Avengers Headquarters, PIM Test Kitchen, and Web Suppliers. And then, of course, it goes into the specifics about the items that you might be able to purchase there, kind of some previews on that. So let's take this section by section, and we're going to talk about them, and I will give you my thoughts on what I think about them and all of that. So let's jump into first Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. So wait for it to load. So here's what it reads. Web open house goes haywire. Embark on an action-packed adventure alongside the amazing Spider-Man when Peter Parker's helpful but otherwise buggy Spider-Bots get stuck in replication mode and escape from Web Workshop. Spider-Man must stop the rampaging robots before they wreak total techno havoc across Avengers Campus. Problem is, they're rapidly leveling up and becoming tough to beat. Your task? Hop aboard a web-slinger vehicle and help weave a frenzied web to trap these friendly neighborhood sidekicks into true Spidey style. It's up to you to unleash your inner hero and save the campus from complete chaos, perfect for up-and-coming recruits with no height restrictions. So this one is a video ride, if I remember correctly, a 3D, 4D experience where you're sitting and you ride through a cart through a series of scenes. Lost my train of thought. And I believe it's going to be all on the screen. It's not going to be where there's actual targets and stuff like that. It's going to be digital video, and you'll have 3D glasses and all that stuff. And then you'll have shooters, and basically it's going to be an interactive dark ride visual ride where you play like the shooter game, which are very popular. I love those at rides, those kind of rides at amusement parks. They're always a good time. The only thing I have to say about this is, if you're familiar with Disney parks, Disneyland or Disney World Tokyo has something very similar to this already. It is done in Ant-Man style, so it'll be very interesting to see how this adapts to the premise of Spider-Man. I think what this one has to offer in the images we've seen and the little web bots or spider bots look really, really cool. I think it'll be really interesting, especially with it being more of a digital video experience, from what I understand. It won't be actual sets with targets and stuff like that. And the outside of it looks really cool too. And basically, web is one of the main things that will be your central of kind of point of reference for characters. It'll be everything to do with Spider-Man. Web being his kind of science headquarters for young scientists is kind of the theme it's going for, because it is a family-friendly park. It is kind of geared towards kids, so it's kind of like a young engineers and scientists exploration. So there's also a lot of potential for other characters to show up there, like Miss Marvel, who is going to be a big part of the Avengers video game that's coming up, and we'll be getting a Disney Plus franchise as well, and potentially other young heroes that are out there, such as Ironheart, who's well known for her science work, Suri, and stuff like that. Will probably be in and out of there because it's very STEM oriented part of the park, very science and tech, and we'll get into that when we get into some of the items you can purchase. I believe this is also where the animatronic Spider-Man will be seen swinging from building to building. It will be around the Web Hall, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But from what I can tell from the photos, it does look, at least he will be somewhere around there. Let's talk about a little bit more about that area, and let's get into Web Suppliers, which will be basically the gift shop that's coming off of that ride. So suit up like Earth's mightiest, prepare for action-packed adventures around Avengers Campus at this one-stop hero shop. Ooh, new recruits will find everything necessary to accept important missions at the moment's notice, like cutting-edge inventions and other up-to-the-minute technologies developed by the Worldwide Engineering Brigade. So that's what WEB stands for. I couldn't remember. Worldwide Engineering Brigade, or WEB. Brightest minds. WEB members are particularly proud to offer access to some of their key prototypes, like the indispensable Spider-Bot. These friendly robotic sidekicks feature combat and defensive modes that keep you in command when mayhem strikes. Plus, Avengers-inspired tactical upgrades are available to transform your Spider-Bot's overall appearance and enhance battle capabilities for a blast of custom fun. Other must-haves include at-home kits to create your own spider web, spider light goggles, and special web enhancement backpacks to carry or display your spider bot. Let you unlock the power to continue your own heroic story anytime, anywhere. So this gets a little bit into the merchandise you're going to see, specifically the spider bots that you will be able to purchase and customize through Disneyland parks, and some other stuff, like their STEM science sets and stuff like that. But like I said, we're going to get into merchandise towards the end. But yes, the Web Suppliers is basically just the attached gift shop that'll probably be at the exit of the ride. It's always typical for amusement parks to do that you have to exit the ride and go immediately through the gift shop. It makes sense. You're excited about the ride, now buy stuff from the ride. There's not much to say. From the pictures that we get for the examples of what this looks like, it looks like it's going to be a really cool building. The whole web area is going to be very immersive and very cool when it comes to like what it'll look like, very techy, but still it looks like it has some of that brick and mortar kind of Brooklyn-esque style to it, especially with the potential ride facade, which is really cool to tie it back into New York and Spider-Man's kind of origins. So I do think that looks cool, though. Actually, I might be wrong here. It's looking like in this promo picture that I'm looking at right now, and that I'll have up here for you guys to see as well. It actually looks like the Web Suppliers is across the walkway from the Web Open House, which is the dark ride itself. So that's actually very interesting, because I would not have guess that. I would guess that they would have definitely had the store as you exit the ride, just because that's what makes sense to me, and that's how typically they do their gift shops that are specific to a part of the ride. But let's continue on. We will jump next to the Sanctum. I'm not really going to talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy area because that already exists. So if you've been to Disneyland, I have not, honestly, I have not experienced the Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's already existing. It's not going to be new, so I'm not going to really talk about it. But the Sanctum, explore the ruins of the mysterious ancient Sanctum and learn the site secrets from Doctor Strange. This is a Doctor Strange focused area in theming, but I don't believe, if I remember correctly, we'll get back into this here in a second, but I don't believe it's going to be just Doctor Strange appearing there. Encounter the master of the mystic arts. You and your fellow recruits have been invited to visit the Avengers campus, meet Doctor Strange, and open your eyes to the mysteries of the multiverse. Don't miss this once in a lifetime chance to learn the secrets of the mystic arts. You'll feel like time will stop when you come face to face with Doctor Strange and as he demonstrates his mystical abilities. Who knows, someday you may need his knowledge to defend the earth and our reality from the threats beyond your imagination. An ancient site hidden for centuries, for as long as anyone can remember, rumors of unexplained events and energies have emitted. A man have come from a remote location in the hills outside Los Angeles. In the late 1940s, a Stark Industries complex was built on the location. Decades later, Tony Stark invited Doctor Strange to the Avengers campus to enlighten recruits about the mystic arts. Doctor Strange suspended the area's cloaking spells and revealed the sanctum to the world. Come discover for yourself what has been hidden for centuries, see the ancient ruins, and learn from Doctor Strange about the amazing orb of Cagliostro? Cagliostro. I believe that's how you pronounce that. The orb is known to be especially active at night. Visit after dark, and you might see the sanctum flowing with magical energy. Now, I did know that this is going to be kind of the night show area for the section of the park. They're going to be doing some really cool lights and light up things and fountains in this area, and it will be very cool at night. And they'll do little light shows put to music. I also know that this, if I remember correctly, actually is going to be a pretty heavy meet and greet area. So Doctor Strange will be there. Other characters beyond him will be there as well for you to meet, from what I understand. And then there also will be kind of one of the live shows will take place here. Now, this one is one of the ones that they have been recruiting and looking for stunt performers for. They will be part of this one, and then I believe they will be part of what will eventually go into the actual Avengers Headquarters attraction. Now, that is to be determined. They haven't really gotten into, what that will be like. From what I understand, it's still kind of being worked out. But the stunt performers that they're looking for, they're not just looking for character actors, they want them specifically to be stunt performers. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing double duty, walking around as the characters and doing meet and greets, and then also being performing in these more live action stunt shows. If you've been to Disney World and you were able to see kind of I believe it was at Disney World, the Raiders of the Lost Ark live action show, or even to other amusement parks and theme parks that have those live action ones, it'll be very stunt heavy. I wonder actually if it might be like the traveling show that's out. There is a Marvel live action traveling show that goes around to various coliseums and stuff like that. I've never seen it. I'm not sure what it's like, but it could be also along the lines of that. If you've seen it, the live action stunt show that they will be putting on at some point, but that is not scheduled, I believe, to be at the very beginning of its opening. That being said, let's head on to the Avengers Headquarters itself. Now, Avengers Headquarters is at this point, I believe, just going to be a gift shop, and then there will be other things that will be expanded on upon that section of it. It'll be the large building, and then eventually there'll be more that will come into it. But let's read what they have to say. The Avengers stand ready. The gleaming Quinjet that rests high atop the Avengers headquarters building is bound to attract attention, maybe even some unwanted attention. There are reports that a villain known as the Taskmaster is plotting a break-in, and the Avengers are on high alert. Brave superheroes like Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America, and Captain Marvel greet new recruits and scan the horizon for potential threats. I've also heard that Black Panther will be there as well. I'm not sure if in this section or if he'll be more in the Sanctum and stuff like that with Doctor Strange, but I have heard or read somewhere that some Black Panther characters will be at the park as well. If Taskmaster and his gang of mercenaries do appear, our heroes are ready to defend the Avengers headquarters, which would surely lead to the action-packed confrontation on the rooftop and all over the building. You'll definitely want to be there to see this. What happens? Who knows? New recruit. Maybe someday you'll join the Avengers on their next adventure. So this is sounding like the live action show actually will be on the building's rooftop and you'll watch it from the street, kind of like you watch some of the events and shows that happen at Disney World and Disneyland at the castle, and they kind of just perform in front of it and you stand around and watch. Um, so that's actually interesting. I was thinking it was going to be more of a live action show, and I hadn't read anything about that till now. I also know that the Quinjet will be semi-operational, so it'll appear to lift off, it'll make noises and move and stuff like that. So it'll be kind of a interactive, quote unquote, set piece that you can get some really cool visuals with and stuff like that, and it will definitely enhance, I guess, this show. But I didn't realize that they will be running around on top of it and doing that live action show on top of it. So that's very interesting. And like I said, from what I understand, the inside of this is going to be eventually a ride that is undetermined at this time or unannounced at this time, and then there will be a gift shop available in it as well. So there'll be some shopping available. I wonder if they'll eventually do some kind of restaurant like that. But I do know that, go back, scroll, scroll, scroll. The main restaurant will be with the Ant-Man theme, and that will be the Pym Test Kitchen. Now, I believe there's two parts to this. There's actually going to be a restaurant and then a bar or adult cocktail lounge next to it as well. So it'll be kind of two parts, but they're not really talking about the other one on their website. So, but anyways, what this says is hero-style dining on an urgent mission to fight hunger. Head to Pym Test Kitchen for phenomenal food and at unusual scales. Utilizing the revolutionary shrink and grow technology of Pym particles, Ant-Man and the Wasp lead a team of research chefs as the pioneer a menu packed with inventive-sized entrees, tiny treats, and shareable bites that provide the perfect power-ups. This old lab facility turned quick service restaurant features a seating area and bar amidst decor. Yeah, so and bar amidst decor that incorporates remnants of ongoing experiments, gigantic soda cans, humongous condiment bottles, and massive cell phones recycled into menu boards. Stop by and to taste their latest innovative. I cannot read. Test their latest innovations in food science and conquer controllable appetites on the spot. And so the picture that I'm showing you appears the one on the website, and it looks like it is one of his little discs stuck into a gigantic pretzel. So that's really the only kind of hinter that we. Ooh, no. Let's see. We actually can view the. Oh, we can't. There was a link to check the menu, but it doesn't actually give us anything. It does list that it'll be American style with healthy and vegetarian options, and it'll be $14.99 and under per adult for food. So that'll be interesting. Not too bad of a price point for amusement park food. Honestly, $15 for a meal, not too bad. And like I said, from what I understand in the pictures that I'm showing up here, the bar is actually a slightly separated section, so you can keep your kid friendly if that's something that you want, family friendly, and stay in the Pym Test Kitchen, or you can go sit over in the bar side if you're adult or you're not too picky, because I know some families out there like to not have that, not mix and mingle with that, and that is something you could easily do with the restaurant there. So that's your main restaurant. I believe that's everything except for the merchandise. So let's get into that. Um, like I said, we've talked a little bit about it with the Slinger, the web shop. Conclude your thrilling tour of the fortress by rummaging through an array of cosmic keepsakes and superhero-themed souvenirs, goods from around the galaxy. So there will be superhero kids costumes, because of course kids are welcome to dress up in costume at the park. Adults are not. So don't show up wearing your favorite cosplay for heroes if you've never been to Disney parks again. If you're over, I believe it's like the age of 12, is where they cut it off. 10 or 12, somewhere around there, you can't wear costumes, so it's only for little kids. Of course, that's where we get into Disney bounding, and maybe I will do a hero Disney bounding, how to Marvel. That'd be fun. I might look into doing a fun Marvel Disney bounding later on video, just so give you some ideas. It'd be kind of fun. I also want to do some cosplay videos on here, so we'll see what comes from that. But anyways, superhero kids costumes. You can get comic books, copies of the movies on DVD and Blu-ray, superhero costume style and graphic T-shirts for kids and adults. So costume style, so that's more adult friendly to wear around the park. Action figures like Groot and the other Guardians. Toys for adventure play. Collectibles including vinyl figures, trading pins, artworks, and figurines, which I know also will include, excuse me, some pop vinyls, which I'm very excited about. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout themed apparel and souvenirs. So this is specifically talking about the, for some reason, just the one at the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not really talking about the other places. But like I said, we do know that there will be some items specifically for the rest of this, such as Avengers generic themed apparel. We know that you can get some of the robot toys that are going to be based upon the spider bots, and those are highly customizable. Those look really, really cool. I think I will probably definitely want one of those, and I will see how I want to customize it. But it looks like there's different things that you can customize it based upon various Avenger heroes. So you can do just the basic one, which is very Spider-Man-esque, but then you can get customized pieces and stuff like that to make it look more like Vision or Captain America or Iron Man theme, which will be really kind of cool. So you can customize it to your favorite hero or kind of mix and match what you like. Very much so on trend with what they're doing, a lot of customized things. So like at the Galaxy Edge, they have the custom lightsabers and custom droid builds. So it's going to be very much so along that, probably something where you go into this room and they have these pieces perhaps, and that you do kind of a group activity would be a lot of fun. Hopefully that's what they do with this, and not just here's the robot and you can go over here and buy pieces like a Build-A-Bear. I hope it'd be a little bit more interactive, like the lightsaber building at Galaxy's Edge. I also know that there will be, like I said, STEM kits, and they mentioned that a little bit in the Web-Slinger supply shop. Little kits for your kids to do fun science projects. Got a little bit more information in here, actually, like the one specifically to make. I'm guessing it's going to be more of like a slime, fiberish slime kit to make a Web-Slinger material. But those would look really fun. Honestly, even as an adult, those look like they could be really fun. Little fun science kits are a lot of fun. Said fun like 6 times. But I think that would be really cool and unique kind of things to take home. And then, of course, apparel and all that. And then, of course, they have Funkos specific to the park. I'm not sure how often these will be changed out, if it'll be something that they do these kind of annually, like this is the 2020, this is the 2021, this is the grand opening, this is a special event one that will be only available at the park. We'll be very interested to know how often those change out. I know a lot of the other vinyl figures and collectibles that are available at the park kind of change seasonally. But since these are kind of specific to this area, I'm not sure how often Funko will put out new ones that are specific to the Avengers campus. Now, I just also want to touch on this really quick. Speaking about the topic, I know with Galaxy Edge, soon after the Disneyland park opened, they opened one here in Florida as well at the Disney World Hollywood Studios. Just to be upfront and honest, if you're thinking that perhaps maybe someday that will happen where the Avengers campus moves to Florida, that is not going to be happening anytime soon, so don't expect that at Disney World. You will have to go to California to experience this. Due to contract agreements with Universal, perhaps this is also some of those things that were discussed to allow She-Hulk to officially move over to the MCU and into Disney and Marvel Studios from Universal Studios, who have the rights to her and the Hulk, is to not allow any Marvel-based attractions at Disney World. They are allowed, I believe, to sell some merchandise that are specific to the films and stuff like that because that is their licensed material, but they can't actually have any attractions that are based on it because Universal Studios in Orlando has the Marvel Land at Islands of Adventure, and so to protect that park and keep it from having to be completely redone and rebranded and rethemed and stuff like that, there is an agreement between Universal Studios and Disney World Resorts and Parks to not have anything Marvel Comics related at the Orlando Park. So there is, of course, stuff at other places around the world. Like I mentioned, the Web-Slinger ride honestly sounds a little bit like the Ant-Man ride that's at Disneyland Tokyo, I believe. And I believe there's also some stuff at Paris and stuff like that. So it'll be very cool to have an entire area that's dedicated to Avengers in the Disneyland park here in California, rather than a lot of places, and even up to this point with just the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in the former Tower of Terror. Um, to have a whole area, not just a single outstanding ride based upon on it. So that's kind of exciting, very cool. I really hope I get to be able to go and see it and explore the area when it opens or shortly thereafter. Whenever that may be, definitely be watching Disneyland Resort's website and be watching the Disneyland specific park website to see if there are updates and stuff like that regarding when that will be opening and stuff like that. And just, of course, be safe out there. All this stuff I understand is a little disappointing because it's being delayed and you wish that you could go and enjoy all this right away, but we're having to hold off a little bit longer because of everything going on in the world. But just be patient. It will definitely be worth the wait from everything it's looking like. I'm really excited for everything. It looks really cool. I think the one thing I'm looking forward to the most is actually to find out what's going to go into the Avengers Headquarters ride. It's going to be a larger facility, so it's going to be kind of a bigger dark ride. I hope it is a roller coaster. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm a big roller coaster fan, so having an indoor dark ride roller coaster would be a lot of fun, similar to Space Mountain or Rock and Roller Coaster. Both of those. I don't know of Rock and Roller Coasters at Disneyland. I know there's a Space Mountain at both, but I've only ever been to Disney World and Orlando, so this also will be a very fun experience for me and a good reason for me to go to Disneyland and check out what they have to offer there. So I'm looking forward to it. If anyone knows how to get me on a press tour or press special experience pass to experience it ahead of time as soon as it's ready or on the grand opening, uh, hit me up. I would definitely be willing to do some sponsored Disney stuff on this channel to get to be there for that. But that's going to do it for today. I'd love to know what you guys think and what you guys are expecting from this Disneyland Avengers Campus. What are you excited for the most? What is the first item that you're going to purchase in the shop that you know that's out there already? Just let me know down in those comments. Of course, if you are looking forward to Avengers Campus, give this video a like and subscribe and set your alerts to get all my future material. That's going to do it, though. I hope you all have a marvelous day. Bye, friend.